Decoding English. Unraveling Reduced Relative Clauses. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to delve into a fascinating topic in English grammar, reduced relative clauses. We'll explore their definition and understand when and how we can use them. Before we do that, though, let's revisit the concept of relative clauses to ensure we have a solid foundation to build on. As you might recall, relative clauses are types of dependent clauses that provide additional information about the noun. They start with a relative pronoun like who, which, that, etc., or a relative adverb like where, when, or why. For example, the book that I am reading is thrilling. Here, that I am reading is a relative clause modifying the noun book. Now let's focus on our main topic for today, reduced relative clauses. These are a more streamlined version of relative clauses. In a nutshell, we remove certain elements from the relative clause to make the sentence sound more natural, especially in spoken English. Let's take a look at an example. The sentence, "The book that I am reading," can be reduced to "the book I'm reading," or even further to "the book reading," depending on the context. Here, we have eliminated the relative pronoun that and auxiliary verb am, reducing the relative clause and maintaining the overall meaning. Despite the convenience of using reduced relative clauses, there are restrictions on when they can be used. Some of these restrictions include 1. Non-defining relative clauses. Non-defining relative clauses, which provide extra, non-essential information, cannot be reduced. For example, my brother, who lives in London, is a chef. Here, who lives in London is non-essential information and therefore cannot be reduced. 2. Subject pronouns. If the relative pronoun is the subject of the clause, we cannot omit it. For example, in the sentence, "The woman who called you is my friend," who is the subject of called, and thus cannot be omitted. 3. Object relative pronouns. When the relative pronoun is the object of a preposition, it cannot be omitted. For example, in "the park at which we met is beautiful," we cannot reduce "at which we met." That's it for today. We've learned about reduced relative clauses, a handy tool for making your English sound more fluent and natural. Remember, practice is key when it comes to mastering these, so try to include them in your daily English use. We've also touched upon the restrictions you need to keep in mind while reducing relative clauses. I hope this video has been helpful. Stay tuned for our next lesson where we'll continue exploring the fascinating world of English grammar. Until then, keep practicing and happy learning.